Just time to talk about the Vikings, the 2022 Vikings. Rap Sheet just mentioned it. Hockenson can catch 8 balls this weekend. Like, he is going to light it up there. I said it before, I'll say it again. I think Kirk Cousins steps into the most talented, loaded offensive huddle in all of football. Number 1 out of 32. I want you guys to understand that we are now 2 weeks away from, I think, what is shaping up to be the biggest regular season game of the year. The 7-1 Vikings potentially going to Buffalo to play the 7-1 Bills. This is a huge game. This is Hockenson versus Nyheim Hines. Also, all the attention goes to Cook and Cousins and Jefferson. The defense. Do you guys know who the NFL sack leader is? Za'Darius Smith. Do you know who the NFL leader in tackles for a loss is? Za'Darius Smith. It is not Micah Parsons. It is not Aaron Donald. They got guys like Jordan Hicks, who are like top 5 tacklers in the league right now. The defense plays. The offense is absolutely loaded. And it's like the moves I make that I love yesterday that make my hair really blow back, it's not the average teams trying to get better. It's not the crappy teams trying to unload. It is the really good teams trying to get great. I love that the Dolphins made a move. The Vikings didn't have to make a move. You're fine. You have 1 loss. You probably get in the playoffs. Maybe you win a game. They're like, no. Not good enough. I love it. It's offense. It's high flying. Vikings Bills in 2 weeks going to be massive. Vikings are loaded.
I see Vikings at Commanders this week.
That's good too.
And that's a good game. And it's in Washington. And that's Cousins going back to Washington. That's a classic kind of Vikings game, though, where historically this franchise, all right, we've got that game against the Bills, or in this case, it used to be the Eagles or the Packers, whoever it is. Do you think they dropped the ball, though, or this is a different kind of deal?
We'll find out. I hope not. Again, the name that we never say on the show is Kevin O'Connell. We don't say it. Peter, do you know why? Is it because we're constantly talking about Saleh and Dable and all that? But, like,
probably.
First-year head coach with 1 loss, this would be like, Coach of the Year, Coach of the Year. True. Little low profile, sleepy Minnesota. He doesn't have the big media sound bites, but he's coaching his butt off, and the team looks great. If they do beat Washington, I think you got to credit them, because that's credit O'Connell, because that's a different type of feel for the Vikings.
Without a doubt. Minnesota is rolling, obviously the top of the division, and, I mean, they're getting it done. And for me, I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers. The McCaffrey deal didn't get done at the deadline, got done a few days ago, but we saw the impact of it this past week when they played against the Rams, and we saw McCaffrey throw for a touchdown, catch a touchdown, and also run for a touchdown. We knew coming into the season, the first few weeks of the season, how good this San Francisco 49ers defense was. D'Amico Ryans, having those guys fly around, Talanoa Hufanga making plays, pick sixes in the whole 9. And now we get a chance to see Christian McCaffrey in an offense, giving Jimmy Garoppolo everything he needs as a quarterback. And we talked about it earlier. Yes, they lost Trey Lance, and Jimmy comes in. It was just like the 49ers could have said, hey, you know what? This isn't our year. Trey Lance will get healthy. He'll come back next season. We'll make another run. They said, no, we're going to go get McCaffrey. I think you said it. Now Kyle Shanahan can color outside the lines. Peter called him positionless, him and Deebo Samuel. Now going into a bye week, they get an opportunity to catch him up to speed more in the offense. Hopefully Deebo Samuel gets healthy, comes back after the bye. And my goodness, what Kyle Shanahan can do with this offense, the plays he can draw up, how he can use a guy like Christian McCaffrey. They're a scary team right now. And an NFC that is wide open, they can make a run and be in the conversation later on as playoffs are rolling around to really be a team that can contend for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrifying. The numbers on what McCaffrey did, even in just his second game, are historic. And that pass he threw, the 34-yarder, it's the 3rd longest pass in the air that the 49ers have had the last 3 seasons.
Is that good?
I don't know.
I think it's bad.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's something. Positionless players. I'll tell you a guy who plays a position. That's Roquan Smith. And he plays that middle linebacker position oh so well. And you know what that position means in Baltimore with obviously Ray Lewis being the face of that franchise. It's an interesting position for them because Patrick Queen was a first-round pick a few years ago.
Right.
He was expected to be that guy. And guess what? Queen's playing pretty well this season. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option, or they have to decide what they want to do with him next year with the 5th-year option. And it's like, now you put Queen and Roquan together, and you don't want to run the ball up the middle against the Ravens.
No,
you don't
LSU and Georgia, right?
LSU and Georgia.
I like it.
2 studs. And if I'm the Baltimore Ravens, I'm looking at that AFC North. All right, Jamar Chase is out for a couple of weeks for the Bengals. They're 4-4. Yes, Watson's coming, but we just beat the Browns. They're a team that's under 500, and the Steelers are in this rare down season. Like, this is the Ravens saying, there's a small window here. Let's take this AFC North and let's run with it. Let's get a home playoff game, and let's get back to what we are. And I said it yesterday on the show, like, I don't know if they can re-sign Roquan Smith in the offseason. You know, Lamar Jackson's contract is going to be a huge, huge number. So will Roquan's. I kind of like the fact that Eric DaCosta was like, I'm not worried about it. Let's go and let's get him. It's a second and a fifth. And if it puts us in the spot in the playoffs that we have a home playoff game, let's go and roll the dice. I like it. I think the Ravens got a lot better.
They went aggressive as hell. All the activity we saw yesterday. Is that like ripple effects from the Rams in the bleep them picks and we won a Super Bowl? Like, I don't think it's a coincidence that Super Bowl gets won and then we have the wildest trade deadline ever with teams being like, more. We need more. We're not good enough, right?
12 trades yesterday, and most of them are from contending teams.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like,
I like it.
The Ravens, I don't know if the Ravens were going to compete this year. Like, honestly, they beat the Browns, they get by the Buccaneers. They're a really good team right now. And I think Roquan Smith, league leader in tackles, helps them.
I'm going to go on the defensive side of the ball, too, in the Miami Dolphins, because you could say, like, oh, the Bills, speaking of, like, runaway team in the division with the Vikings, you could say the Bills are that, but then the Dolphins beat them. So, like, they're right there. The Dolphins do have to go to Buffalo later in the season, but they have Jalen Phillips, the first-round pick from last year, who's playing fine, but they needed somebody to counter him on the other side of the ball. And, Jay, the Dolphins, to me, are a defense that have made me jump off my couch, I think, more than any other team this season. And by that, I mean electric plays. Like, guys in the secondary in particular that are carrying their own, holding their weight. They have a great young secondary, and they look really good in flashes. And obviously, they challenged the best offense in the league in the Buffalo Bills earlier this season. But they needed to be able to rush those quarterbacks that are living, haunting them within their division. Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, Josh Allen. I mean, and the guys that are now there in Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips. Bradley Chubb is 26, Jalen Phillips is 23 years old. And if you're going to commit to Bradley Chubb on a long-term deal now for the Dolphins, that's a really young, great opposite ends of the line. Coming off the line for the defensive end, they look really good. They're only at 15 sacks so far this year. The Cowboys lead at 33. There's room to make up there with those guys.
Like you said, Emmanuel Ogbah, they signed to a deal this past summer who's there. They're going to have to figure that situation
Christian
out.
Wilkins.
Christian Wilkins is a guy who's in the last year of his deal. He's playing really well. But they're a defense that they blitz a lot and they come after you and they create pressure that way. But with some injuries in the secondary and some good young players, but guys banged up, you're not able to blitz as much and put the onus on the secondary. So go get a guy like Bradley Chubb and allow him with a four-man rush to be able to get after the quarterback, which complements everybody else on the defense.
Sounds like Jason played in Josh Boyer's Dolphins defense.
It really does.
A little bit.
Sounds like he might know a thing or two.
It's got a taste, for it. You know, I like it.
A little bit.
Little sprinkle.